Good morning, hockey fans. This is Stephen Heisler with HeisHockey.com, the victorious hockey company. You are watching the Junior Hockey Morning Show. We are on the World Sports Broadcasting Network, WSBN.TV, Facebook, X, YouTube. Tommy, anywhere else? Well, you can always watch it on WSBN if you are in Canada, or streaming around the world. Today's show, Help Wanted. All right, before we get into this, let me explain what's happened in the last 2 or 3 weeks. You might have noticed a number of recorded shows being put up. We've been having some neurological issues. So I have a traumatic brain injury from about 30 years ago. 28 years ago, and it affects me in my speech, and it's kind of embarrassing. So when I get through a cycle of that, I don't really have the confidence to come here and do this. So the wife and my son and the daughter come together and say, yeah, I'll record a show. Or if I have a big headache, and it doesn't come from calls from the peanut gallery, if I have a big headache, the kids kind of realize that and say, today's not a good day. But today is a good day. And here we are. So please excuse my absence. We're trying to make sure you get a show 5 days a week, regardless if I'm at full capacity or not. And today's show is going to run down something else that we're thinking about, something else we're considering that you might find advantageous. You won't see my face so often, which might be very palatable. I'm thinking about adding 2 more shows a week to go to 7 days, but you only get my beautiful face one of those 7 days, and we spread the wealth around between different leagues and subject matters. So, help wanted. What in the world does that mean? It means some changes. As the junior hockey season is coming to a close, we got a game tonight, and that's it. Minot fell to Maryland. Anchorage fell to Lone Star. So tonight we get Lone Star versus Maryland. Can Maryland repeat? Talk about that tomorrow. So I am thinking about transitioning HeisHockey.com away from being a subscription site to being a free-to-access site. Now, the reason I went from free-to-access to subscription in the past was to avoid lawsuits. I got tired of being sued by Bob Turo and the USPHL. But now that Bob Turo is gone, very nice to say that, he's not there any longer, I don't think I'll be sued as much for having an opinion. So I think as long as I keep things relatively G-rated, I won't get a lawsuit. So going back to the free-to-access model will probably expand my reach even more, and that's a good idea. I think we'll always be advocates for the player no matter what. It's been kind of my reputation in the last 25 years. So maybe doing more of that will help us. So here we go. The game has been very good to my family. I'm still in the game at nearly 60. How is that happening? Don't know. Maybe because of my kids, that I stay pretty focused and understanding what's happening with today's teenagers. Know how they're thinking, at least from the good kids' perspective. I have pretty good kids. Maybe that helps me relate to our clients. But I also think that I relate well with the coaches. And I think when it's all said and done, they appreciate what my role is in the game. Someone has to advocate for what's right. And that's been me. And I'm okay with that. So here is what I'm looking for. Media hopefuls that can cover the various topic, pick your topic, with enthusiasm, and be able to record and show this show live or recorded. And that will be with Tomas doing some of that fun work about once a week. So you can do a show once a week, write an article once a week regarding your focus topic. I'm interested in you. If you're in school and you're a journalism major, we might be able to get you credit for this for 2 semesters as an intern. Just something to think about. So the first topic I'm looking for, first, right out of the box, we have Derek Harper doing major juniors. So the next logical step is the United States Hockey League. Yes, an effective USHL guy would be a great addition. Are you someone that wants to break into the USHL at some point, either with the league or with a team? This can be the perfect launching point. I would like nothing better to be square one for 5 or 6 different USHL guys over the next 10 years. Maybe even the next 6 years. I'll be great with that. I think the league would be as well. I have a good relationship with the commissioner and Mr. Heffern. We've been friends for a long time. Glenn's a really fantastic guy. And, I think he would welcome that. It would certainly come with some media access right off the bat, and that can be beneficial. Nice to have a friend in high places. Heffern is a good friend, and he's in a high place, so we can take advantage of that. Next, Canada. I tried this before. At one time, we even bought juniorhockey.ca, which was a total flop, an absolute waste of money, because nobody in Canada wants to hear from an American about what's happening in Canada. I may be a bit of a ice pack or a frost pack going between both countries, but I wasn't Canadian enough for the Canadians, and sometimes I'm not American enough for the Americans, but that's okay. We need someone in Canada that would like to write and talk about what's happening in Canadian junior hockey outside of the Canadian Hockey League. Derek has that one covered. Next, World Junior Championships. Look at what's happening right now is the top level of the World Juniors gets plenty of coverage by massive a number of outlets about a month before it happens. I'm looking for someone to come in, write once a week, do a show once a week, and not just for the top level. Let's talk about every level of World Juniors and even 18U, and let that be what your content is about. I mean, there's not a lot going on during the off season. There are adjustments, coaches changes, but you guys can jump on that. And it's amazing that if you do, you're going to be one of the most relevant persons on that topic on the planet in very short order. A very strong jumping off point for many opportunities within the game. Next, National Hockey League Draft. Again, it's a topic that gets discussed. There are certain sites that cover just that over the years, but let's bring that home to us to some extent. And one person writes about NHL draft prospects and NHL draft alumni or previous draft picks and what they're doing now, how they fared over the years, 1, 5, 10 years later. What are those guys doing now? That will be your focus. And the last one, and this is somewhat important, Victoria's Hockey client profiles and updates. So you would literally talk to our current clients, feature 2 a week, what they're doing, how their developmental progress is going. You can talk to their coaches. You can talk to us. Excuse me. And the general idea is to try to expand the level of exposure for those clients. That's my idea. If you have another idea, let me know. Catch me in the comments, catch us in the group, or send me an email directly. You can find me at StephenHeisler1966 @gmail.com, or you can pop into Tomas at Heisler Group @gmail.com. That's it for today. I got through the whole show. Was not a stumbling fool. Not bad, Tommy. Till tomorrow. Hope that you enjoy your morning coffee and have a great day in hockey.